Okay, don't know why that ad is not loading. No, I'll keep popping back on there time to time. You're going to have other ads pop up to the left. Anyway, while I'm here, I always run through here, grab everything I can. And then this special, they have the St. Patrick's Day special there on the right. And I'll show you how I operate that in just a minute. Like I said, I'm pretty deep in the game. I'm all the way over into the lab. I just go through here, especially when they have these like St. Patty's Day special. You have to catch the flying leprechauns, and you have to get the bags of gold. Bags of gold don't repopulate really fast. So I'll show you my technique on how I claim those rewards and get. Haven't been playing every day, so kind of behind. But yeah, well, yeah, I don't even see any bags of gold laying around. There's a leprechaun. Come down here, double check. They're always, seems like when they run these specials, it's always along this side, all the way up. Is where they drop those like little bags of gold, but or whatever it may be. Sometimes it's a jellyfish. Anyway, well, there's nothing here. What I do is, when you get the bags of gold, it shows up here at the top. And then what I do is, I'll run the gold drop up. And so every time you grab a bag, you get a lot. They don't repopulate those bags of gold or whatever very often. So run that up and then start increasing your clover drop, your dwarf catching, their spawn time. Because if you don't get that bag of gold up, that's just the way I run the game. If you don't get that count up real quick, then you won't get a really quick count. But let's see. See right there's a bag of gold underneath the bank sign. That's loaded. Convert that. I'll just run up here. I'll come back down and get that in a second. It's not going to matter. I've got mine on automatic loading, so when I'm not playing games, it's loading, even though I'm not playing. Clean these out every time you play your game. Now again, another tip for the beginners, very important. You punch on that. This is your main screen. These power-ups right here in the green, you want to start getting it, leveling those up as fast as you can with the diamonds. Diamonds will start increasing as you get higher in stages. I find my best thing is I upgrade the muscles in the middle first, because some of these things, if you don't grab them fast, they'll kill you, or you only have so much time to grab them. There's a couple bags of gold right there. These have a pretty high return, so I always grab them. Anymore, up here in the corner, I got 8.69 trillion, and that just doesn't get you anywhere. Hardly anymore, because if you get deeper in the game, you all know that, things cost a lot more in the game. Sometimes I think that's the algorithm they use as far as increasing that reward as you go, or you need more meat to open something else. It seems like their algorithm is cranked up quite a bit. You got to sit here and just play this thing to death to get enough resources to upgrade to the next level. But we're gonna run around, grab everything. I think I got the key holder earlier today, so it might not be back out. Nope, he's in there. So I grabbed that dude. Now it used to be this guy would chase me down, and you know, I'd have to stand on home base and grab stuff. This guy can pretty much, you know, hit me pretty much all he wants and doesn't really hurt me. I can actually outrun him. One of the other things beginners ought to know is get this radius, that circle, how far you can reach. You want to get that cranked up too, because if you're trying to outrun like that key guy, the key holder, if you can't outrun him, he's going to keep hitting you. And if you're not very strong and don't have a lot of health, he's going to kill you. And then you got to go all the way back to home base over in the prime first world. Anyway, I keep finding leprechauns. Some will grab them as I go. Won't let me get and it brought me all the way back to the beginning. So let's check for gold pots over here. Yeah, I don't know what that side game is. I don't see any gold pots. Nope, there's none anywhere. Alright, going back over to Ice World. I go up here, grab those millionaires. I always make a habit to grab those guys right there. I have so many of those, so when I really need it, I use it for a bank. When I need eggs, that's where I go. I cash all those in. Anyway, let's get the reactor going. As you can see, I pretty much leveled it out to the max. Always have to wait on this thing. But this is also good for beginners. When you get to Ice World, this is a good way to get diamonds. And again, you know, it lands on the only red one, so I'm only going to get half the amount of diamonds. But this guy, I've got to stand on home base, pull things in to reset my my power as I'm eating this thing. Because the thing is, this one only gives you half as much diamonds if you get everything green. But yeah, he's the one that still kill me. Let's run around and see if there's, yep, I just saw a gold bag over here. Well, several of them. They usually repopulate way over here towards the left, right in this area, and down where the factories are. That's where they seem to repopulate. They don't go very deep into the game on either side, far left or far right, in either world, or you know, far left on the day world and far right in this Ice World. They always just seem like to be like right in the middle, right along this edge. Now I'm not gonna let that one get away. I can come back and get that. All right, let's see what I got for upgrades. I'm gonna increase clover drop. Nope, there's another bag right there. Repopulated. Yeah, so I was in there. That's right there is one reason why you want to get your radius built way up, or you'd never be able to reach that one flying over there. If you run to that side, to that world, by the time you get back around, it may have the guy may have changed direction and started running the other way. So then you have to run back, you'll just lose them. So get your radius up. I don't see anything. All right, we're going to go to the, grab that one. Now they'll repopulate while I'm in the lab. Oh, yeah, that was the right one. See, it doesn't take a whole lot of time to grab that guy. Always grab that guy. He'll think every about 15 minutes he shows up. Grab everything. That bug gives you good reward. He repopulates pretty fast. But here's where I've got questions. Maybe somebody already knows the answer. I have not found a video on Facebook yet or YouTube yet. It gives you any type of definitive answer. Really haven't gone to see if there's any forums on this game. I don't do well with forums. I like to try to find things out the hard way. And then I go searching if I need answers, and that's why I'm making this YouTube, because there's some things in here. Now, I do not know what, let's go down here first. I don't know what that's going to be used for. I've been collecting some of it. I got 226, but again, if you go down like towards 7, 8, 9, you've got to have 3-4 million just to get in there. See, 1.6 million. So you add all that up. You need about 10 million brains before you can get in there and, you know, get any type of tris, and it resets every 15 minutes. Don't know what it's used for yet. Grab these while I'm here. All right, go to the utility room, of course. You all know there's your cores. You can't get any of the cores. They only give them out once a day, which is really aggravating because you need a lot of cores to level up, and you need a lot of cores to modify. And as I said before, it just seems like the algorithm they use to give out rewards to upgrade seem to be a little excessive when you know, to get to the next level. Now, I've maxed my guy out. We'll have to go back into the lab real quick. Let me go get the bug. All right, got the bug. All right, here's what I don't understand. Okay. Mr. Brain's lab, maximum level reached, level 5. Okay, I can't level up anymore. Now, there's a lot of abilities and excuse me, extras you can upgrade here, but I don't know, does that level you up, or does that just make your abilities better? I'm working on these, but the reason why I ask if this levels up or not, if that will level you up. Let's go back to the lab. Of course, you all know you have to get to a certain point to be able to open that valve in a certain amount of time so you can get through here. But the reason why I ask about leveling up, yep, there's the bug. I'll hang around for him. The reason why I ask about leveling up is because if you go to this guy says collect the explosives. So the rat ate the explosives, but the claim is not up, and right here in the center it gives you that little bullseye. I'll push on the bullseye, it does nothing, it doesn't go anywhere. So you try to open this gate, it says 1 of 3 completed. I completed the first rat's quest, but now growth. So in the lab it said I'm maxed out. So where do I go to grow? One more level so I can, and do you have to grow that level in order to complete the rats quest? That's the question. Usually you don't. You can do them in any order. you should be able to, because my black market upgrades are already checked off. I've already gotten all those. So yeah, you go that gate. It's like a dead end. I haven't been able to figure out where you go to get any of these quests done. And like I said, usually when you come over here, you tap the button, and that bullseye will tell you where the target is, so you can go get it. But if you hit the target button, it doesn't go anywhere. So it's like, does the rat not exist? Have I not found it yet? Come over here and get all these guys. Those are the big questions. I've been all through here. Been playing it, been playing this game for a long time, but I've been playing this pretty steady for the last couple months, and yeah, I haven't been able to find out. Or now this update is fairly recent, so maybe they don't have any more of the game left. They're still working on that expansion, because the other thing is when you first come into the lab area right here, this was in its own enclosure, and then after one of the game updates, it's nice and open. But also, before, when you went to utility room, see, now you got walls everywhere. This used to be open and go way up that end. I mean, you could just walk and walk and walk for it. But now there's walls, so we know they've updated the game. So is the reason why I can't get the rat that's got the explosives. It's just not been put in the game yet? Or is there an actual place that I'm missing, or an upgrade to do in the lab to go any farther in? Because if you follow along this wall, see, there's the old little oil slicks up there. So there's got to be something on the other side of that door. You can't see all the way up there. So that's my question. Is that part of the game not accessible yet because they haven't updated it? We're still working on that update, or am I missing something somewhere? And how do I upgrade? How do I upgrade to get through that door? I don't see whether you can upgrade anymore. Like I said, because in the utility room it says I'm already upgraded to maximum. So, but the chart says on this to open that gate says growth. I'm at level 5. I don't know where level 6 is. Does anybody know? Or is it not part of not part of the game? I can't find updates on this to say, is this available yet or anything. I probably haven't looked in the right place. Like I said, I've been playing this game for a long time. I've never, other than YouTube tutorials, I've never gone on to, there's not much in fan-based sites that offer tips, just old ones. And, oh, I forgot to get the elephant. I still get the elephant tusk. I don't know why. But there just does not seem to be a lot of information out there, even on the old part of the game. And since it's been updated, there's really not a whole lot of information out there about that new lab area. Again, I think they may have screwed something up, because this is the ice world, but when you walk into the transporter, it says to ice world. That should say to lab, because that's where you're at now, is in the lab. But I call it a lab. Because if you go back to upgrade your guy, it says utility room. That's correct. But those are the questions. I don't know. Hit me up in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. Um, maybe we can get together, bust out some strategies and ideas. As someone further ahead than me, I know I missed a lot of ads. I didn't like ads, so I didn't know they gave you that kind of reward. So in a way, I am kind of way behind. There's a spot of gold up there. So I'm gonna run around. That's pretty much what I had as far as questions. Hit me up in the comments. Maybe we can get a functioning, up-to-date group, or tell me where to go on the internet for a use forum or hints and tricks. They probably have their own website, and I've just not even gone to that yet because, like I said, I don't like going through ads, but they do help you out in this game quite a bit. So I'm just gonna run around there, just Mr. Leprechaun. So that's about all I have. What's missing? I don't know. I don't understand what's missing. I got enough for upgrades now. Give that one, hammer that one again. Okay, that's all I've got. Well, you know what? We can go back. Nope, that's all I got. I'm gonna take a break. We'll upload this video. Oh, I got rewards here. Claim 5 more diamonds. Awesome. I just spent a bunch of diamonds the other day. About 1,000 of them to upgrade my tentacle strength again. But yep, let me know where to go.